We welcome you to Los Angeles, California. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull, Jay Williams, and Jay's 16 banners, many retired numbers, the aura and the mystique. Greet the opponent here tonight.
Ed, all those accolades are great, but we're talking about 2019. This is a new, young Lakers team. Let's see what kind of effort they bring on the floor tonight.
Let's do it here from Staples Center. The opening tip corralled by the Lakers, and we're underway in downtown Los Angeles. To Davis. The pass set it all up.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
LBJ with it. To Anthony. Add 2 points to the board.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder, trailing by 4. To Horford. 4-3. Misfires. It's no good. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Schroeder with the basketball. Now down 6. Here comes the screen. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
And a pass stolen by Boston. And scores on the Euro step.
Ed, this is like show and tell back in kindergarten. You show the ball, and then you tell them with the easy lay.
Going back to the pre-K days, Jay. It's James controlling the offense.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Bradley. Down to Westbrook. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
To Schroeder. LeBron James with the block. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron James. Horford. Los Angeles, they have it. Westbrook to James. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. James to Bradley. Oh, that's tough. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Westbrook across the timeline. Leads 4. James to Davis. Al Horford. Huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
If LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A., that means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Anthony Davis missed his first. That one goes.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Slam dunk.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Screen coming. Tatum. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do...
Anthony, guarded by Schroeder. They'll get it down to Davis. To Westbrook. Trying to cash in. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 2 for 2. That's what you want. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body 1 possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Westbrook with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. There's the toss. Flushes down the slam. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
Here's Schroeder with it. 9-point margin. Here comes the screen. Schroeder against the former MVP. LeBron James snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
It's Westbrook. Can't connect. Al Horford tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And Avery Bradley, no one in his zip code, knocks down the open 3.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Boston with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Boston with 4 to shoot. Tatum. That's how you defend.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Jay, the Lakers, not just a great franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James, what do you make of Laker fans accepting him maybe now or down the road as one of their own?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most loyal fan bases we have, not just in this country, but in the
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Celtics have it. Surveys the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. To Schroeder. Fires the three. That no good. Off the mark. To Westbrook. And the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Here comes the screen. Curling inside. That's what you'd like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Davis, down low. Almost, but no good. To Marcus Smart. Count the bucket for two.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Russell Westbrook. Here again, Schroeder. To Davis. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Schroeder taken down by Howard. Avery Bradley. He's now 5 for 6.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
And look out.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To Ken Bazemore. Bazemore with the slam. This is spiraling out of control.
And this is where you feel so bad for that assistant coach that had the defensive scouting report. You knew he put in the time and effort to give you all the right tools to win this game. You've been caught out of position each and every time, which is the reason you're down.
Yeah, you don't want to make the boss unhappy. It's the Celtics with the rebound. Tatum. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
And he can't convert the free throw. Los Angeles has the basketball. Goes to the left side. To Davis. Stuffs it down with authority.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming. But it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Screen coming. Schroeder knocked loose. Lakers have it.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
Bazemore guarded by Schroeder. No good.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Davis to Bradley. Rebound hauled in by the Celtics. To Marcus Smart. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Bradley to Howard. Throws it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Tatum. He was all over him. Whoa, what a finish.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Count the basket inside.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Celtics have it. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. And finishes strong.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
No good. He couldn't get it to drop. Horn sounds ending this first quarter of play. Started here in the second quarter. Ball's controlled by Boston. Here comes the screen. To Richardson.
Screen coming up, screen coming up.
Fires the three. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Bradley. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Lakers ball. Bradley. And counted at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Bradley to Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. That's three now on 4 shots.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's good.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Here comes the screen. Bradley. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from long range and knocks it down. And, Jay, the system produces once again.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Bradley to Howard. For three, no good. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His guys down big. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
To Bradley. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Boston with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Schroeder to Parker. Schroeder, he's 3 for 7.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Anthony. Celtics have it. Lakers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Anthony. Beyond the arc for three. Buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Cantor. Richardson to Cantor. And it's Cantor. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Jordan. Has a look. Now a shot by Jordan, no good. Brown into the front court. Down a bundle. Going to launch beyond the arc. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
The drive, right to the basket, straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Here's a chance from long range. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Lakers at the controls right now. To Anthony. A pass taken away by the Celtics. To Richardson. 4-3. And Josh Richardson knocks down a wide open look.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year. Averaged around 16 a game. Year career.
Wow. To Ken Bazemore. Nothing going here on that drive. Nice pass to set things up.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Horford. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Jordan. Fires the three. Not a good shot there as he misses it. The follow won't go either. Brown with it up top. His guys trail by 13. To Richardson. Josh Richardson. He's 2 for 2 now.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Is in for 2. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Russ at the controls. To James. Here comes the screen. Westbrook to James. Has a chance. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Westbrook with it. They lead it by 14. To Ken Bazemore. James. Down low for Aldridge. From the painted area, won't go down. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Russell Westbrook. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Can convert the free throw. Westbrook into the front court. His guys leading by 14. To James. Driving right to the basket.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
Bradley to Westbrook. The drive, right to the basket. The shot, almost. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Celtics have it. Brown to the basket, but his shot won't fall. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Westbrook. Oh, ferocious slam inside. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Knocked loose.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Trying to cash in. Scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
To Schroeder. From long range. And he knocks it down, Jay. To Westbrook. James. To Westbrook. Has a look. Shot by Westbrook. Won't go. Horford. Lakers come up with it. Knocked loose. Anthony. Won't go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
To Jaylen Brown. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Bradley.
You got it. Take a shot.
It's James. That's off the side of the rim, short. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Jaylen Brown swats it. Couldn't keep it in. Out of bounds off Jaylen Brown. Substitution being made in this one. It's rebounded by the Celtics. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Lakers have a comfortable lead at the halfway mark. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Celtics have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The Boston Celtics are struggling to move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse is their opponent isn't having nearly the same problem.
Player of the half.
Bradley really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Tatum. They need something to go down. It's no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Marcus Smart. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He misses. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Westbrook into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Oh, blocked away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Boston with the basketball. Lakers have it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Bradley to Davis. Anthony Davis. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
LeBron with it up top. The lead is 15. To Anthony. Jason Tatum with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Russell Westbrook against Schroeder. To James.
You got him.
Short jumper off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Anthony Davis lets it fly. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
The pass taken away by the Lakers. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Tatum. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Russ at the controls. To Bradley. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Here's a steal. Dangerous pass. Schroeder. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. It's blocked.
You see, that's why you never give up on the play, Ed. You always stay in the game.
Reminiscent of LeBron on Iguodala. Bradley to Westbrook. Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Schroeder with the basketball. His guys down big. Tatum. Tough shot. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Schroeder. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
knocked loose. Schroeder guarded by Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Timeout Boston, as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. To Parker. Tatum. It's good for three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
James into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. LeBron James, 4 out of 10. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
James to Westbrook. Flushes it home.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Steps out and hits.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Los Angeles, they have it. James to Westbrook. Shot from the lane won't go. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Wide open look won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
To Jaylen Brown. Oh, big finish at the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to. The rim, the harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Short jumper won't go down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Not that time. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
The pass taken away by the Lakers. To Davis. Just not going down. It was right there. Across the timeline comes James. His guys holding the big lead. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
And that's going to be off of Anthony, out of bounds. Time for some new personnel into the game. Tatum. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Lakers come up with it. James to Bradley. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Celtics have it. For three. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. Not that time. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Russell Westbrook with the rock.
Big pick right there.
To Davis. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. Luke Walton making some changes on the court. Westbrook across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To Jordan.
I'm here.
Driving right to the basket. Josh Richardson sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
First foul in the last 2 minutes.
To Marcus Smart. Off the assist.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
To Jordan. Jaylen Brown pins it. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Double team, double team, double team. All right here. Double, 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 double.
And he finishes at the rim. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing. To Westbrook. Jordan, the drive, right to the basket. Had a chance, but it's no good. Parker into the front court. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. Jabari Parker, not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
James to Westbrook. To James. Down to Westbrook. Marcus Smart rejects it. Ah, that's a 24-second violation. Time to... Three quarters down. So far, it's been all Lakers. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet. But with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Los Angeles has the basketball. And scores. Strong take.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Here comes the screen. Westbrook to Howard. Short jumper off the mark.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Brown into the front court. Down a bundle to Richardson. Here comes the screen. Richardson. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Taking advantage of the turnover.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Here comes the screen. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Can the offense just run some clock here? I've seen enough.
To Westbrook. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Cantor. Gets it in the left corner. Dennis Schroeder. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Russell Westbrook against Schroeder. Doesn't have the touch. No good. It's a big finish.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
It's Russ at the controls.
Ice, you gotta catch me. Ice, ice, ice.
A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Schroeder. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Here comes the screen. Richardson to Jaylen Brown. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. The hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Turns and slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
To Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Anthony to Jordan.
Send him down, ice, ice. Double.
Has a chance, unbothered by the defense.
My high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Here comes the screen. To Jaylen Brown. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Anthony. To Jordan. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Celtics have it. Beyond the arc for 3. 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
I don't mind that effort at all.
At the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Ball's controlled by Boston.
Don't let him split. Don't let him split. Get locked up, boy.
LeBron James sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Jordan.
Make it hard on him. Nothing easy. Shot up, shot up.
Won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Brown with it up top. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. To Jaylen Brown. Going to launch beyond the arc. He buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To James. Jaylen Brown able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
LeBron into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. He throws it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Marcus Smart. And scores. Nice footwork to get around the defender.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Al Horford with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Here comes the screen to Westbrook. James. To Jaylen Brown. Here's a chance from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Lakers ball. Westbrook to the basket, but his shot won't fall.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
LeBron with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. And a pass stolen by Boston. Richardson picked up by Carmelo Anthony. 4-3. Textbook defense. To Anthony. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook to James. Trying to cash in. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
To Richardson. Fires the three. Won't go down. Bradley. That is great vision to set it up. Oh. Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
I'm here.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Tatum. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Fires the three. Off the mark. No good to Jaylen Brown from long range. And Davis there to grab the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Here comes the screen. Lakers have it. Jaylen Brown snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Shot from the lane won't go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Boston with the basketball. Tatum. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat five.
Knocked loose. To James. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
For three. Not that time. He missed it. Jaylen Brown. Tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Marcus Smart. And scores.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Westbrook with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Deep right corner. Bradley. That's out. Last touch by Josh Richardson. Time to shuffle things up. Bradley. To Davis.
Here we go. Double team.
It's Westbrook. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. Some of the shots came from the rim. And when you look at the way that Westbrook is shooting, it's a There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Nice pass to get things going.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
James to Anthony.
I'm here.
Here's James with a chance. Cleans it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. And Jay, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. After the tie-up, they're in position for the jump ball. Brown into the front court. Down a bundle. Anthony Davis swats it. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston. They're down big. In this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Knocked loose, and that's going to be off of Anthony, out of bounds. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his sixth three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
The Lakers get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers emerged victorious after a tight finish. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Celtics are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Russell Westbrook was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Lakers got the win in a nail-biter. When you're able to get steals like they did here today, it greatly improves your chances of winning. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Celtics lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Russell Westbrook was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Lakers got the win in a close game. When you're able to get steals like they did here today, it greatly improves your chances of winning.